inside the cage now, ready for Flickless to retake that aggression, but westside stopping them in their tracks. Oh, westside! He's dominated Team Liquid!
The Corrode is interesting though, because Team Liquid's last time they played it was a loss to APAC.
Paddy on this Omen, on Sunset, is a force to be reckoned with.
There's always going to be a curse of almost needing to get aggressive. Kamo in an aggro spot has managed to find that opener though.
Towards the market, quickly moving the backside of B, and they will be here ahead of the pack. So quite a brawl brewing for GX, and with the spike coming solo through main, the stun will get them out. Ara has to quickly fill back in that space, but a flash delays. And Grabinho's not getting the space he had hoped for. I like the Team Liquid stick together. 3 players on site, 2 in the spawn. It means they've always got numbers to trade. But GX still managed to deal with that backside hold. Nats threading the needle around won't even be needed as Trex quickly closes this one in favor of Team Liquid.
Pressure on A, like trying to basically destroy any aggression that can be there from their opponents with a lot of supportive utility. And then on the other side of the map, the initial setup to get Kamo into position and then just fading away and playing off those advantages is something I think
in that corner.
Same again.
They're very conscious of it, clearing the box first, then him, but he gets one and gate crashes. No one's with westside.
Yeah, it's the same as the pistol round. Like, they expect him to be there, but the spacing just isn't good enough. And in a round where you're playing against at least a few weaknesses, you can't afford to let it slip. Ara's done well, but again, the spacing from Liquid is solid. Nats just playing off his teammates, swinging the angles. Flickless has done well, but not well enough to save a 1 versus 4.
Side, honestly, that should count as 4 up against these fully armored and heavily weaponized opponents. But he's only got this weapon, if you want to call it that. I think he is one of the weapons.
Clean and easy to me.
7, round 7, no one pips it. If it keeps going this way, dear! Throw out the bot, delete it, erase it, stop the stream now. Nats is trying to recover them.
Yeah, we might have to keep it just for a Nats highlight. Edit out that first one, never mind, he's gone down as well. Trex still gives them that man advantage back. The focus is Cloud. First fight goes his way, but takes a lot of damage for it. Even still, having that rifle makes this a little bit different. An aggressive push, though, from Flickless finds absolutely nothing, and a 16 HP Cloud doesn't even know where the last man is standing. Padatek on the other side.
That was awful from Kamo. Really and truly something I hoped I'd never see again, but here it is in slow motion. Oh, and another. Wonderful. Can we get another angle? Third angle on that one?
What do you mean? You know what? That's a good teammate right there. He could have been full tilt. He could have gone off the chains instead.
Corners being cleared. That's a little ahead of the pack, but he wins his duel onto westside. Now Flickless, Rolling Thunder available, a 1v3. The time ticking, but there's not enough of it to really put pressure on Liquid. They found it now, but he isolates the first. The box blocks him on the fallback, but it works for another pick. An early Rolling Thunder buying more time. Now the clock starts to tick in his favor for Trex. The pressure's on. He's
no.
Safe angle for Flickless. That seems like it's just a tap drawn into combat, and Trex wins it with enough time thanks to it being half. That's a wonderful play. The last even an opportunity gifted, but not converted. Oh, it's a nice opening though. Westside putting in the work.
Okay.
This aggressive push to the A side. He's picked up 3. Where that third card came from, I don't think I'll ever know.
I honestly couldn't tell, because all we were really doing is watching a blind man spray into the darkness. But like this one, he just sees the bullet traces. That's an insane shot coming out from westside, and well needed.
Bump in the road, but will there be more pressure to be put right onto Kiko? And it's Grabinho, the player that has stood out for the side of GX in so many of their battles, to drop it, but they will not get past Padatek. And getting through Nats' setup, the difficulty for even the best. Westside, he got 3 in the last. And he's at least got the decoy, but that's about all. 9-1, an immediate return to form from Team Liquid. Early impact he had, of course it has to be put through. Leaves GX a little more dry when they get to site. Mid lurker already taken down, that space contained by Padatek, and a big retake ready.
Been stellar so far. Post-spawn, an opportunity, but already losing their backline. In fact, they're losing everybody. Every single 1v1 fight has gone the way of Liquid, and it leaves Cloud alone, and they're just defusing. Padatek, he's just being used as bait, and when he finally swings his opponent, 15 damage in the entirety of it.
Yeah, it's not a pretty start. perplexing to think that this is GX's map pick, that they had a 3-0 timeout called early to try to steady the ship. It took many rounds, 8. Again, one of the biggest contributors to it. 2-11, and you can't put it on him. The whole team's just dead in the water.
This is Nazi. We've seen 10s up here, but I don't think he's done it with an operator. Nice early trade, but Nats is just destroying them. Finally, he's been put down, but from the fray appears Kamo. Even still, they're keeping it even. The back and forth goes, and it's Padatek versus Flickless. A chance of redemption in the clutch, but they're not winning any of them.
Themselves too thin. This could be at least 4 on the board for GX, but it's 11-1, and a hell of a climb back needed after the break.
I know exactly. One enemy.
Like, going into this one, they only need a couple of them. In fact, the pistol might just get the job done, but it does seem like GX are in the right place at the right time, looking to battle, brawl. The blind is perfect, and so is Ara's aim.
And GX know that. They've grouped up, coming from both sides of this site, looking to trade. Ara's low, but the wide swing, the wrong play for Trax. Kiko's got to do it all, and as good as he's been on the attack side, the 1v4 is too much to ask, even from his teammate Ara, about team flash and stuff. But honestly, I feel like Flickless's utility, from what we see on the broadcast, is one of the best for all of the EMEA. Honestly, like, it seems like he's so consistent, and we saw most of that yesterday against Navi. Even giving up 1 round as a bonus would leave Team Liquid 1 away, so you have to be precise, you got to be clean, and the early aggression on mids worked wonders.
Started well, but again, it seems to happen every time. In by Flickless, he's the man with the rifle, ready and waiting. He's done well on the first. Flash should slow them down a little bit, and that gives an opportunity for Westside to come in behind.
Steps, they know this is where the peak's coming in. It's so smart. And they're lined up together. Now they separate, though. There's a chance for a moment. Explosive comp in terms of utility, especially looking at that showstopper with so many abilities and ultimates there to find players, to find targets. This is going to be a difficult one to get 9 in a row against if they just save it all up and have an ult dump round.
And even if they don't, now operator is in hand for Ara. You'd expect him to hit this, and he does. But it's whether or not Nats wins this fight. In fact, he walked backwards into it, but Grabinho wasn't facing.
Oh no. Well, paranoia hit. Now Nats has got an upgraded weapon. He's still sticking around. Walks through for Flickless. A small blunder, but a big price seemingly paid. Westside. Oh, it's beautiful. He's caught himself 1 for free. Still drawing breath, but he stuck around. He's offering a fight. Perhaps he shouldn't be. They've got the advantage, and he survives on 1 HP. The dive in from Ara, quickly chasing down that player. And the spike dropped on the floor as a result. Now Nats has nowhere to go. No flank to play, and he's running right into 2 players. At least 1 more round, it seems, and Ara locks it in. And backing off, waiting for the retake is the right one. And not against big weapons. The numbers will be used, some aggression as well to try to swing the odds in their favor, and this is given a chance. A showstopper fired in, grabs the advantage, and now the shadows stretching thin on this final map. The final round, I should say. Grabinho, he's not got a chance. Wide swung by 3 will close it out, and the sun sets on a 13-4.
For Giant X, well, I mean, I think it's good that they're getting to start on that defense.
Mid in, I think, round 2, got them advantages, and I want to see more of that. They have to come in feeling confident. Forget about that previous.
The immediate plan, a deadlock barrier thrown in to try and wall off some of these players, to try and catch off those rotations, but a lot of it will just be giving Kamo the opportunity to fight. Padatek has gone down for the defense to get back in. Kiko aggressive. It's him versus his doppelganger and Grabinho on the other side. I think he's just managed to dodge that paranoia, goes back in for the fight. It's not pretty from either, but he gets the job done. And Kamo is there to close things out.
Look at the opening there in the deadlock wall, the barrier mesh being thrown in towards that right side of B on the minimap. You can see it even in that replay, with it being up in a smoke there as well. These players, despite having a good read on where the play was coming in, players give up some of the control, but hold on to elbow, and it lets them reunite with the rest of the squad after. Deep play by Ara early on, sticking around for more as well. It's the perfect round for it, where light shields are brought in numbers. Team Liquid being mowed down as they attempt to make it towards this B side. Only 1 player even reaches the choke point.
He got hit by a seize and by the net, and then had a spam coming into him, and somehow Westside comes out with 2. Ara looking for his third of the round. He's made the right read. It's not ideal. There's plenty of stingers to be had, but Kiko is slowly getting surrounded. He's trying his best to do any level of damage, but it is another for GX.
It's the best. Now is one of the best. I think that's how I put it.
Yes.
GX go for an aggressive play here on A side. 3 players push up early, rotate now called. They'll give up the B site, play for retake, and keep that deep A control in case they go back. The fight,
nice
trying to just chip away at the numbers. Westside does well to land one, but a deep play by Kamo pulls back not only control, but also a pick, but he goes too deep. They're trying to pinch Westside, and eventually it's going to be a bit more isolated.
Ooh, flash through's good. Kiko's gone down. They've been isolated into a singular player remaining. Panatek trying to cling to life. He's got his nade to at least keep him alive, actually. Both of them have been caught. It slowed them down. He's got a chance to try and isolate one of them with the ultimate. And now just looking to try and find the kill, but isn't going to be able to. Unfortunately, the annihilation.
Different game, but he doesn't know. Maybe there's a second player coming from up in heaven and he gets caught in the open, you know? It's one of those things in the moment, risk reward, but we can see it would have paid off. Still, for them to be able to get back into this, yeah, it's unlucky. Cloud jumping down behind the boxes.
I think it's also, Flickless was just about to step into that angle. Like, GX have actually done a very good job of just not allowing them into those positions to begin with them well. What a start that was. An immediate takedown.
Shadows traveling.
Grabinho in a good position, and re-aggression coming in from the remaining players of GX. He has timed that so well, Grabinho! He was playing fairly poorly at the beginning of this game, more of a support.
Map 1 and throughout this series as well, like I said, has been a standout for the squad. The funny thing is,
that's gross.
Jeez.
I knew it was nuts just from where the X was on the map, but I was like, how?
This paranoia though, the timing on it, this is really what locked in the round.
And once again, an early space being taken. Ara so aggressively placed, but he is going to have to fall back.
Kamo and ult. Spotting a lot of info here. 2 have already been seen. Inside the cage now, ready for Flickless to retake that aggression, but Westside stopping them in their tracks. Oh, Westside! He's dominated Team Liquid! Standing his ground and then some. Unbelievable.
Is this guy used to playing on mute? It's like, takes all his sound away, takes half his HP away, and he just decimates. Oh, God!
The rounds and stop this from being a much closer scoreline. Ara's on it as well.
It has been a bleak scenario for the Deadlock. 2 and 11. Been having a rough time. Kamo is going to try and take the space. He's done very well, but he's immediately traded out.
Being with an AWP though. Nightfall goes through, and now they can quickly retake this space. Round the back, Trex almost catches one off. The eyes drawn, a chance for Kiko to shine! But he's got one more to deal with. He slipped behind the box. Ara doesn't know he's there. Now he can hear again. Damage done, it's a tickle, but the second blast will close it out.
They will take it. Nonetheless, in the end, GX, they'll be very happy with how that half ended up going.
Oh, without a doubt. We're now Cloud and Ara tied top of the board with Westside as well, actually, on 13 kills. Lights out performance from them. Let's hear a little bit from the IGL of Cloud during the halftime break. Utility for a pistol round, no longer to be worried about. And they're hoping to get that aggression, but when it does come in, it's not going their way. The wall even lets Kamo reset and find another. This pistol round, anything but competitive.
Definitely been looking good in the pistol rounds, and while any chance of this is quickly dissipated and in zone flawless.
This is where we can see a lot being done by Team Liquid, the bounce back, the shutdown of GX, but quite a road ahead of them to get there. I think they avoided the pitfalls in this pistol really nicely. Like I said, Deadlock Wall stops the A push. Those players either hitting a site pretty soon.
In place, both sensors here. 3 players on this side of the map as well. Almost everything they could ever need, and Kiko is going to start it off well. Panatek alongside him, expecting a reswing, and he eventually gets it.
When it comes to connecting those heads, but 3 of them now to find. First, buying time, and the flank up closes the round out for Kamo, but still a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah. I'll bring it up one more time. The fact is, when it comes to the attack side, you're looking at a 2 and 10 versus Gentlemates and a 3 and 9 versus BBL.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ooh, well, there he is. Hello. Panatek down. Ara's been traded out. This man can be dangerous. He likes to lash out, but he's been caught. Westside has dealt with the danger.
Bino again, that paranoia. Got them the kill on Nats. Now the backside fight as a result, but Team Liquid, they've got an answer to it. Equalizing the numbers, Kiko wide for this pick, and it's Cloud to fall. That he's joining in on this fight. Doesn't want him to know just yet. As a player heard stepping down below, Trex goes walkabouts on his own, isolating them. Westside gets the job done.
Happened there for Liquid. It seemed like Kiko waited to group up with his teammate, and then his teammate went the other way. Like, I'm not sure why the decision was made to split up and look for clues, but whatever clue they had was desperately wrong. A reposition, but yeah, it's just Trex walking completely into the open, and then it goes into a 1 versus 1.
Weak weapons for GX. I like the adjustment of the sensors. It's gotten them that little bit of a read early, and now Liquid know, thanks to this aggressive position, and no steps back, these guys are all in the elbow. They'll go pushing in, rifles in hand, spray is good, and it's a bit different pushing into the numbers when there's 3 of you with rifles. Westside got to show off that headshot percentage. This is his gun, but up against 2, it should be too much. It's definitely dark tidings for the next map if GX win it, but now it's calling into question if we're even going to see Ascent.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not a believer.
Side, if that keeps up, there's an overtime guaranteed. Great flash. The op denied. Westside dropped to has been the big player.
They've got the Nightfall ready to go.
That's one caught, utility removed as well. Oh, this is going to be a tough hold. Reveal gets through first, but despite showing the players they cannot deal with them. Kiko, well, the man has been carrying so many of these fights, but now revealed as well. Element of surprise no longer in play. Jumped on with a shorty in hand. Who can get Liquid to an overtime, take down 4 players. It's just not looking possible.
There's no way. They already have the contact ready and raring to go. It was a fantastic first half for GX and an absolute slog to get it over the line. But the fact is, for GX, all they care about is that we're heading to map 3.
Both teams look phenomenal on their defense in their recent games.
Making their way all the way back into A main. That knife timing is perfect from Flickless. He was a big part of their defensive side, getting the info. The smoke immediately goes up, and because of that, with 30 seconds left, Liquid have been halted.
That means they have to force fights like that. Nats caught swinging wide, and the whole body of GX here waiting.
Yeah, that's the thing. I really want to sort of highlight again, like what was so pivotal for them in their match versus Na'Vi yesterday was just having that additional information. I think Grabinho did really well with his smoke and paranoia timing, but Flick early is definitely something that they've made a focal point. It's a good paranoia, but there was a second layer in Flickless. It was almost left as a bait to try and pull them into that operator. The util from Liquid was good, and well, Nats managed to find an isolated fight, but Flickless, he's setting himself up with the battles. And now what's left? Kiko and Trex. Still got to be careful not to overface.
The more I watch Flickless, man, the more of a fan I become of him. Thinking back in the game in Nat V, like the rotate he made from spawn for the perfect flash just in time. His utility's always delightful to look at, and well, he is having quite a round
could
himself.
Win this. Removes quite a few corners, but they're being careful with it. The pop flash hasn't caught, but that was his best opportunity with Flickless already desperately low. That's a reveal, but he doesn't want to give away too much. Doesn't want to run out of ammo. He's caught one, but doesn't know Hara is as close as he is.
And maybe if you see GX go aggressive now, not seeing any of that space being held by Liquid, he could find himself a freebie. But for that to happen, the pressure needs to be put elsewhere, and it's the A site where it is firmly applied. Westside down, Flickless catches kamo on the retreat at least, though. That's going to give GX something.
And if they start getting in a little bit quicker, Trex will be there to slow them down.
It's free.
There goes that. Oh, it almost wasn't free. It seemed like it might be costly, but Kiko gets the job done, and now the remaining players are in trouble. Grabinho's done well, Ara has as well, and now it's left to the Clutch King, but they know where he is already. One player revealed, but if he gets this kill, it feels like the round is done, and he just jumps into the fray. Shock dart, it clips the wall, but with Hunter's Fury, he knows it's already done. He knows the opponent isn't on it, and Trex is just going to save that for the next round. Grabinho just gives up in the end.
That little fight on main, you can essentially have a one-piece cut of it if you want. That was insane. The pressure he was put under, how quickly this side hold falls, that you lose your backside player, you lose all security, all cover, and Trex goes jumping in. Look at that.
That is literally like Neo. That's
He
literally,
dashed
he
on
just
top
dodged
Jenny,
the
yeah.
knives.
But it's worked out. He must feel like a superhero right now. Kamo certainly doesn't. He's being destroyed. Oh no!
Hey,
What's happening outside B?
Yeah, they've gone for the combo of that utility, but it's kind of ended up disjointed, but worked even better for them. Kiko now on the site. Padatek has found one back, and Westside's kind of walked in on his own. He's going to take so much damage as he tries to retreat from a heavy advantage. It could be a problem. Hunter's Fury's been used.
Oh, no.
He doesn't know about that flank. Kiko's still going strong, but this time Trex has been caught.
Smoke sent in towards heaven as well. Just blocking that hell angle completely, but Kiko mounts it up and ends up taking one, but it's not done yet. Ara still drawing breath. Time on the clock as well, but he has no idea where Padatek's gotten to. The element of surprise, and that's what's going to win it out for Paddy.
They're going to be happy with it.
There's potential for much more, but Flickless,
Down B.
he's just made this very costly. The start of the round, and they're already down by 2. I mean, Flickless is barely alive. He's got to make a choice. He's sticking around, and he's got more. Unreal round from Flickless.
Was that he left Trex. He's seen the bullets flying through and is going to try and mount a fight off of it, but they have been decimated. GX, they have been fighting for B main aggressively.
And that's where the hit's coming in. Right read, right time. Flickless is the one to open. We talked about Kamo's jet, but it won't get much beyond space and info. But now they run into the rest of the squad, and they are not moving quite as easily. Padatek fading into the abyss.
Really nice call on the stack up. Having 4 players on this side of the map, the second that Ara was able to take that early control. Great calling.
Foot in the door for Team Liquid. They'll soon be neck and neck with their opposition, and it all comes down to this A main fight that's being forced. Ara spots out the info, that gets the flash out, and at least the trade to start.
Even temptation to try and battle for this. Oh, it's not pretty from Trex, going to run out of bullets, but his teammates have done the work elsewhere.
Hell of a scenario to walk out of with your head held high, and Kiko rips his head clean off. This even.
Yeah, I also want to just give a little bit of context for those of you who may not know what this sort of means. For GX, a victory here will put them into a match versus BBL, where the winner goes to champions.
No. I
The only way
hit him.
economy of GX is about as on the brink as it could be, looking to try and hit a pace. They made Kiko stay there, and he still hits the shot. Even still, Westside has delivered. Padatek on the edge of the smoke. We've seen problems caused by this exact angle before, and a problem will be caused again.
Numbers on the top of your screen make this look like a close game, but there is a clear leader.
Just let him leave. Let him leave.
That's ridiculous. But a clear leader right now in the form of Team Liquid. They've got the economy behind them. They managed to deal with that big push. They made their bonus round look cancel out that utility. 2 players already here. A reveal fired through. Trex using the cage from Nats to cross over to the site. They're now stacked up, and they find a random pick through the smoke. This is going from bad to worse. Ara trying to recover on things, and even Cloud finding one. This is giving at least a chance. The breath not stolen away from GX just yet, but in the meantime, the rotates come through. 14 seconds. Spike has to be picked up. They have to push towards Kiko. He's repositioned as well. 8 seconds left. Finds one, and he'll get the third as well.
I want to give credit to GX for actually coming out of this position with an advantage. Like, they walk into a nat setup, they walk into a quick rotation, they walk into a TP to the back of the site, and it still takes a Kiko clutch for them to actually win out the round.
Inverted, but here in Ascent, there was a time where all the momentum was in their favor, but that has firmly shifted, and now what could be the last stand of GX in the upper bracket, and Trex,
He's on.
He's toppled them. Taking the feed out from underneath them. There's a push on mid as well. Kamo closing in the distance. Westside under so much pressure, but he's saved at the bell. Flickless is here to take this fight with him, but Westside's isolated, and now it's only Flickless. Another clutch. This time he has to answer!
Oh, even the pieces of the puzzle starting to look a little bit barren. On the other side, a 1v1 that Ara has won.
It's a crazy important pick as well, with Kamo going down. Kamo had the light shields, but he had the Outlaw. And look at how many players on GX. He makes it to relatively safe space, hit by every piece of utility. The door can't be closed. It's already broken, and Westside deals with Nats. Now, the scoreline that looked to be Team Liquid locking in a 12-9. Instead,
blink and you're looking at a completely different game. Just moments ago, it was looking like Liquid were going to call this, or basically just take it over the line. And now they're calling a pause in a moment where
it's been a lot of pressure put on there. The paranoia again. Even the Cloudburst covering the cross. They're going to fight much deeper in towards kamo, who's standing his ground. A triple, leaving Cloud all alone and leaving the 13 to 11 in the minds of their opponents. There is no chance for that anymore.
I know that the Liquid fans have always had the stress of their team just leaving it so late, but the fact that it's an Enzo flawless to win the final round that takes them to OT.
Flashbang.
Nice flash, but there's players hiding behind the wall. They were ready.
He needs to be there to turn the round. The drone isn't going to catch him. He's able to sit in the corner. It's not been checked. This is a surprise factor. He needs to go big. He needs to take more than one. And Panatek is there for the trade. That leaves Ara hopeful that maybe he can catch someone close to the door, but it's not happened. It's him and westside who now have to face the 2v4.
Nice shot by Kiko too. Westside way ahead of the pack. Got no shields, 4 players to take down, and off a start that's pretty solid, but the spam even more so. Oh, they're on match and series point.
Really come down to the tightest of margins. The story for GX.
Don't worry, I got this.
Just going backside B, I guess, for the spams on the boat wall, on the switch wall.
Your fault.
Droning out B main now as kamo finds one on short. This is great.
Right in front of them, it's going to be tough.
Nice flash, but it's turned on by Panatek! And he's found both. Spam is huge! Grabinho's barely holding on to life, and westside, all that remains, that hope fading as Team Liquid claim the series. A long and hard-fought battle, but a 14-12 victory in overtime gets them that slot